Hello, I'm Brian Meixner, low brass professor at High Point University, and I'm going to perform for you here the ninth and 10th grade all county, all district audition material. And after I play through it, I'll give some comments and suggestions, which hopefully will be of help for you as you prepare for your audition. Okay. As I'm preparing any audition or music of any kind, I want to make sure I know what the terms are that are in the music. Okay, beginning, of course, says allegro, which we all know means fast, right? But there's no specific um, tempo marking that's given to you there, so that's up for interpretation. I chose one that felt right to me and is in the sort of allegro ballpark, right? So sort of figure out what that is as you're practicing. Keep track of what tempo you're at um, on metronome, of course, and you know chart it so that you know what your fastest tempo is, and then next day try to see if you can get it one click faster, and et cetera, et cetera. And over time, you'll find that max speed that you can play really cleanly, and that's what you want to stick with. Second line, più animato, more animated. And so you need to do something to make it more animated. Of course, tempo, faster tempo is an obvious one. I chose to do that. It's marked slurred. A lot of times you can create animation through articulation, making it a little bit more bouncy. Um, Another style of sort of a lighter articulation. Here it's marked slurred, so we're sort of bound by that. And the sometimes louder can be more animated. In this case, it's marked mezzo forte coming out of a forte section. So I chose to simply play a little bit faster and go from there. And then we come into this next section marked cantando, or another word, cantabile, means the same thing in a singing style. And this is sort of, if we're looking at this in form, it's sort of an ABA form. In this B section, we want to do something to create a difference, make it identifiable as a middle section. Do something a little bit different. I chose to be very connected, flowing. I went back to the original tempo, which was slower than the più animato that I had. And then a tempo at the end, sort of a return of the A section, and the last line marked più vivo, more lively, and that clearly faster, and also much like animated, lively also can be more lively articulation as well. So I tried to create a little bounce in my step there as I was moving to the end. Marcato rallentando at the end, marcato well marked, and then slowing down to the final into the final fermata there. So anyway, important to know what the music is telling you to do as you're marking your way through it. One of the errors that I commonly see in music of this kind is rhythm, and there's several ties that are in here, and a great practice tool is to break those ties in your practice, which helps us absorb, comprehend the subdivision there. For example, in the third bar, do that a few times in a row, and then go back to play what's written. Which that triplet, different than the 16th rhythm written the bar before, important to make a differentiation there. And that comes back in the return of the A section, 2 lines from the end. And you can also do that 2 lines from the end on the 16th tied to the quarter. And that bar, also second line of the etude. That's a good practice tool that I like to incorporate into what I'm trying to do. Every note, regardless of length, regardless of articulation, 16th note, whole note, are all created equal in terms of sound and tone quality. So sometimes you have to move the air a little bit more through articulated sections. That last line would be a good example of that. But trying to create the same richness and sound, whether I'm playing articulation, marcato at the end, articulated at the beginning, cantando in the middle. It's that's going to be a spot where you're probably going to have a nice sound as you're working through the tenuto legato style. But you want to try to create that up and down the range of the instrument and through articulation as well. Record yourself as often as you can to get that third person perspective that we sometimes don't get when we're playing and practicing on our own. Well, I certainly hope this was of help to you. You're, of course, more than welcome to contact me. And if you have any questions, I'd be happy to help. So, best wishes on a great audition, and hopefully your preparation. This will be of some help to you. Thank you very much.